In this bag, I've got the brand new Callaway Opus wedges. Callaway say these wedges are very, very different, and one of them is an extortionate price point. Right, so I've got a 48 degree. This is the classic Opus wedge in the black finish. I've got a 60 degree in the chrome Opus finish. And then I've got this, 58 degree in the Opus Platinum golf club. I'll come on to the Platinum in a minute. I've actually been out on the golf course and already tested these wedges. I was at Royal Birkdale recently, and after filming I spent about an hour or so on the short game area hitting loads and loads of different shots to get a real sense of these wedges. Tight lies, linked turf, and I hit some really, really nice shots. Certainly brand new wedges out the wrapper. They're going to spin a lot, and they did. They didn't disappoint at all. They felt great through turf interaction, hit some nice kind of longer shots where they stopped fairly quickly, and all in all, just had a lot of good variety. I felt like I could open the face nicely, and to be honest, I'm not the best wedge player in the world, but I had fun. I was enjoying hitting the Callaway Opus wedges. I also tried the Platinum wedge, the fancy one, which again, I'll come on to the price point in a minute, just to see if I could sense much of a difference. It does feel a little bit different off the face, almost it feels a little bit grippier. Like it feels like it's even generating more spin. I'm excited to see that in the studio here today. All in all though, I would say the Opus wedge, balance-wise, is absolutely spectacular. Like they've absolutely nailed it with the weight distribution on that wedge. It just felt so nice to swing. I also attempted to try and hole a bunker shot, and I'll be honest with you, I was there for a long time, and I came close. I did not hole a single bunker shot. I might be saying more about me than it is the wedges, but generally I really enjoyed taking them out on the golf course, having a mess about with all these different wedges, and they really did feel fantastic. Very different to a normal Callaway wedge. And I've had Callaway wedges in the bag in the past. The Matt Daddy wedges I've had many times. Obviously Jaws is a huge popular wedge designed for Opus, for Callaway as well. I've had them in the bag in the past. And then you've obviously now moving into this kind of Opus. Let's get into price. I think that's really important in this review. The standard Opus wedge, and it's I feel like I'm doing a disservice calling it the standard version, because they are beautiful. The standard version is $180 per wedge. Okay? Just remember, $180 per wedge. That's expensive. In pounds, about £150 roughly. In line with Vokey, in line with TaylorMade wedges. Okay, that's what you're normally expecting now for premium wedges. The Platinum. Now, unless this thing is made actually out of platinum, the price I cannot believe. For a wedge, for one singular wedge, it's $230. $230 for a wedge. I couldn't believe it. I actually thought it was a typo when I first saw it. That is outrageous for a wedge, it really is. It did feel nice, but for $230 for one wedge, when you think about it, it wasn't long ago when I was reviewing the Kirkland signature wedges, and you get 3 of those for around about £150. You can get 3 wedges for the price of the standard Opus wedge. Now, technology-wise, the grooves are tighter together than ever before. There's an aggressive face blast, which creates roughness on the face to grab the ball to create that extra spin. Angled grooves to help grooves square up when opening the club face. And there's 4 different grinds. There's the T, which stands for Tour for creative players. C, it's the same as Tour, but more bounce. S has more versatility for all types of golfers. And W is a max bounce. And then the only difference is then with the Platinum, a metal injected molding, unique feeling face, apparently it's more sticky. I did sense that a little bit on the golf course, a little bit more grip. And the shaft and grip are different than the standard model. Again, I could feel that because the weight distribution was absolutely outstanding. What I want to do now in the studio, just to finish this review off, was hit some shots on GC Quad with Pro V1s. I'm gonna hit some 48 degrees, some of the 60 degrees with the Opus wedge, and then we'll save the Platinum, the $230 wedge, till the end. I'm impressed with them so far. Do the spin numbers live up to the hype? Okay, so 48 degree wedge. It's kind of like in between a pitching wedge and a gap wedge, if I'm honest with you. It's like a weak pitching wedge and a strong gap wedge. So I don't actually know exactly how far it'll go. I've got the flag at 120 yards. Let's hit some shots. I mean, this black finish is beautiful. It really is. I love the head shape of these wedges too. I've not hit, this is the first full shot I've hit. I would say that's the right distance. I would say that's pretty good for distance control. They feel really nice. They feel great off the face. I mean, again, just on initial spin numbers, that was really high. I'll come on to all the details in a minute, but beautiful feeling, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, nearly 10,000 spin rate just on that first shot. Nice. That's a leaky one now. I like it. I like it a lot. Feels good on the full hits. It feels really nice. Good distance control. Again, good promising spin numbers. Let's switch over to the 60 degree. I'm just looking closer now because on the literature it's talking about these grooves helping when you open the face. And I was like, what are they on about? The standard grooves that you would see on the face, they're obviously running parallel with the face, but the actual micro grooves, when you look closer, are angled. So if you do open the face, they're actually aiming in the direction of your target line. I like that. That's quite cool. Right, I'm actually going to play some little 50-yard shots on my 60-degree wedge. We've hit lots of short shots around the green, but what would it be like if you're just hitting a little couple of half shots to 50 yards? I want to see that kind of grabbing action. For this sort of distance, anything over kind of 6,000 spin is really impressive. Nice, a little bit just past that 50 yards, but see how quick it stopped. Nice. I need a little bit more. Less spin that time, actually. It would have gone in. A little bit big, a little bit too powerful. Yeah, not terrible. Come on, let's get one in. Oh, it's perfect for distance. Right, come on. Last one, this one's going in. Just a bit, tiny bit long. Feels good. Spin rates are really, really, really high for a shot that short. I'll come on to that in a sec. Okay, let me just check something here. So this is the Opus. It feels really nice, just even doing that. And then this is the Opus Platinum. So it's a little bit different, not loads. I would argue it's probably even slightly harder. Okay, let's hit some shots with the Opus Platinum. Again, a $230 wedge. My initial thoughts when I was hitting the short shots, the balance on this wedge is sensational. Like, I love this kind of, I think it's a lighter shaft. Just gives you so much more control over the head. Feels awesome. But $230. Right, let's hit some full shots and then we'll hit some little dinky ones too. Okay, so I've put the flag out there at 90 yards. 58-degree wedge should be perfect for that. Listen, it's a good looking wedge, it is. Is it $230 good looking? And actually what's interesting, just a short period of time hitting shots at Royal Birkdale with this wedge, it has actually scuffed up pretty badly. To be honest, they all have a little bit. Like there's marks on the face, there's a few little dents and scratches. Yeah, I wouldn't be over the moon. I know that obviously happens with wedges, but when you're spending so much on them, you want them to be pristine. Right, 90-yard shots. felt actually really nice on that full shot. Imagine if that just spun right back into the hole there. And that felt great. And just the balance, genuinely, the balance of this wedge is fantastic. I might have to look into this, maybe getting this shaft in. I mean, if you got this shaft combination in any wedge, it would work, I feel. It's a dynamic gold wedge mid tour issue, 115. Honestly, it makes the wedge feel fantastic. Wasn't my best strike. Let's see what that one does. Yeah, pretty good result considering. Okay, let's take one more close. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed in any of them three, and to get it coming back like that in such a, 90-yard shot. Normally on this software, you don't see the ball actually coming backwards that often. Nice, good numbers. All right, so just as I finish off, I'm gonna play a couple of 30-yard shots here. Just looking through the data of these wedges, I mean, some of the spin rates are astronomical. With the standard Opus wedge, 48 degrees, they were landing about 120 yards, spinning in the high 9,000s, like 9,600 RPM. That's really solid. On the 50-yard shots, again, I said anything over 6,000 RPM is good. It's getting over 7,000 on average. Just those little nippy ones, you could just tell they were spinning. And then this, the Opus Platinum, from 90 yards, I don't know if I've ever seen spin rates as high. Averaging over 11,000 RPM, nearly 11,500 RPM. I mean, it's crazy numbers. I think they feel really good. I think the price is, that was a terrible shot. I think the price is just mind-bogglingly expensive, I really do. But they feel great, they spin great, they look fantastic. Again, I'm a huge fan of this wedge and shaft combination. Might be something I need to look into, certainly with the shaft. But again, I just think for the price, they're massively just priced incorrectly. The good wedges they are. I'm not sure quite who's going to go out and run out and buy them, when if you think about it, you can get 3 very nice Kirkland wedges for £150. But they are good. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, lots more to come. And if you want to see me chip in the last shot, it's going to happen right now. Not bad. We'll see you next time.